Good morning and welcome, multipliers!
As you can see, it's Christmas time by our festival sweaters we have on.
And Judah, with the festive season comes with a slew of traditions. And traditions are normal to us and weird to everyone else primarily. And especially, they're weird to us too. Some of the traditions from around the world, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today.
So we're going to be talking about 35 of the weirdest traditions from all around the world.
Prepare to be freaked out. And I think number one, Judah, is one of the freakiest in my opinion. Now this is in South Africa. Now in South Africa, they have a tradition of eating the deep fried caterpillars of the emperor moth. Now the emperor, that's a, ugh. I don't think you'd like that tradition.
I would not do that.
I would, if we had emperor moths right now, I would feed you one, but we don't.
Okay, so next, Austrian children actually live in fear of Krampus. Have you heard of that new movie?
Well, it wasn't new, it was last year, it was old now, but yeah.
Newer movie. Apparently it's a Christmas devil who's said to beat naughty children with branches. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
I'm sorry. So, Catalonians, Judah, they include a statue of the Cagner, which is apparently a small figure that is pooping in their nativity scenes. No explanation of why here. I'm sure there's a reason, I suppose. I mean, it's like Jesus in the corner. It's like Jesus getting ready to, Jesus is being born, it's the beauty, the wise man in the corner, a guy's taking a dump. I mean, like, where's the holidays in that?
Catalonians also have the Tio de Nadal, which is a pooping log.
They love poop in Catalonia.
Decorated with a face and a blanket, on Christmas Eve, the log is placed halfway into a fire and beaten with sticks.
So,
What?
bear with me here. So you're saying that the Catalonians have a pooping guy in their nativity.
Yes.
Then they have a poop log
Yes.
that they set by the fire, cover up, draw a face on, and then beat it with sticks. These people love and hate poop at the same time. I don't understand. So Judah, Norway, I like this tradition because I hate cleaning. There is absolutely no cleaning in Norway on Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve, they take all their brooms, they're locked away, hidden away, just so they're not stolen by witches or evil spirits. I don't care about that stuff, but I do care about the fact that I don't gotta clean.
I'm fine with that, actually. I like that one. In Japan, because of a campaign in 1974, the families of Japan eat KFC on Christmas Eve.
KFC's just sitting back to like, high five guys. We did it. All right, so Judah, now Venezuela. Now Venezuela has a very interesting tradition, actually one that's relatively normal, which is going to mass on Christmas Eve. If you're Catholic, you probably do. It's not very odd. We go to Christmas Eve service for as Baptists, as Protestants, so it's not that odd. But Caracas people have definitely made this their own, Judah. Now, what they do is they go to Christmas Eve on roller skates. Where this got started, why this got started, I don't know. But I don't know about you, but I would die in this tradition.
I don't see the purpose of the tradition. Okay, so in Greenland, they have a few really strange recipes that they eat on Christmas Day.
We do too.
Matak is raw whale skin served with blubber that they eat. And then kiviat is 500 dead auk birds stuffed into seal skin and left to ferment for 7 months.
Germany! Germans hide a pickle in the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. The first child to discover it in the morning gets themselves a special gift. And I think, Judah, we've hidden one in our tree. I got the pickle! What's my present, Judah?
In New Zealand, rather than decorating conifer trees like we do, they decorate pahutekawa trees.
Okay, so in Portugal, they kind of have, several countries have different variations of this, but they have on the Christmas Eve, they have this thing called cansada, which is when they have a big feast, which is traditional, but they leave places for all their dead relatives. Now, I don't know how far is it like just for grandma and grandpas, does it go aunts, uncles, third uncles, great, I mean, because you could get a pretty big table. It's like, it's also be awkward because it's like you come in to sit down, it's like, is this my spot? No, that's grandma's spot.
In Germany, children leave shoes outside on December 5th, which is then filled with sweets overnight. Naughty children awake to find a tree branch in the shoe instead.
Strange, Judah, they kind of mix the holidays up. They didn't realize that this is Christmas and not Halloween because they don't do tinsel and bulbs and everything else. No, they do spider web. Artificial spiders and webs in their tree. Why that's a good thing? Like, oh, I mean, I don't know.
That's really odd.
That is really weird.
In the Czech Republic, unmarried women will actually throw a shoe over their shoulder, and if the shoe points toward the door when it lands, then they're gonna get married within the next year.
Oh, I'm not getting married! As if holidays aren't awkward enough. In Estonia, they take it to another level. Estonians, their Christmas Eve tradition, Judah, is going to the sauna together. Which is just, I mean, is it like the sauna like we see in like mob movies where it's like, come on over, you know, everybody's this weird way.
In Wales, there's a tradition where a random person is chosen to parade the streets with a mare head on a stick. A mare, like horse head.
That's weird. Ireland, some of these countries have just downright creepy things. So there's this cat called the Ute cat that's apparently stalked the hills of Ireland. And apparently if you're a kid who doesn't receive clothes on Christmas Eve, then you get devoured by this mythical beast, which is crazy. You apparently get devoured by Good Mythical Mornings fan base. But, no, I think that's the only country in the world probably where kids want clothes for Christmas Eve.
So in Sweden, they build a Swedish Yule goat out of straw, and apparently every year it gets burned down by vandals.
Of course, Christmas. Another weird tradition there in Sweden. Sweden's got a lot of weird traditions, it seems like. They have a tradition with rice pudding. I like rice pudding, it's pretty good. But they take and they hide an almond in there, and whoever finds the almond apparently gets married within the year. A lot of people trying to just, let you know you're getting married.
In Great Britain, an age-old tradition that they do is that each family has to stir the Christmas pudding in a clockwise direction, making a wish as they do it.
Okay. So in Italy, they don't have Santa Claus, they have Befana. Now Befana is a witch, which, she's friendly apparently though, and she delivers toys and sweets on January 5th.
In Ethiopia, they celebrate Christmas in January also. People wear white clothes and the men play Ghana, a fast-paced game with sticks and wooden balls.
Ghana. In Latvia, they have another weird tradition, which is a group of mummers, whatever the heck that is. They go around house to house, and you have to give them treats to get their blessing, apparently. It's just, what? A bunch of mummers, whatever. Is it mummies? I don't know.
Mummy or plumber?
Both. Yeah, that's it, exactly. It's mummified plumbers, actually. And you actually dispense the treat in the butt, the plumber's crack. It's like, go over. It's like putting in the change
Coin
machine.
slot, yeah.
Coin slot. Blessing, please.
In Guatemala, they sweep out their houses before Christmas, and each neighborhood then creates a large pile of dirt before placing an effigy of the devil on top and burning it.
I like the one where they don't clean better, personally. Where they hide the brooms. So in Cuba, in the city of Remedios, they actually have a contest where they build statues out of Christmas lights to see who's the best. I like that one. That's kind of fun.
Cool. So in Bavaria, it gets pretty noisy around Christmas time because apparently they wear the national costume of the Lederhosen, whatever that is.
Like the people go like you always see them, like they're like I don't know, they play like the music and stuff. It's actually right here. You just need to look right. It's right there.
Okay. But anyway, the Bavarian
It
Highlanders.
really is right there.
They fire mortars into the air.
Boom! Okay, so in Greece they have a race of evil goblins called the, I don't even want to attempt it, but I'm going to do it just for your humor. It's the Kakakitizirolo. I totally butchered that. I honestly didn't even try. They're a race of tiny goblins that live underground and then come out for the 12 days of Christmas and wreak havoc.
Wow, crazy.
That's so fun. That's Christmas to me, guys.
In Slovakia, the oldest man in the home takes the pudding and throws it up on the ceiling, and the more that sticks, the better. I don't know what.
You know how this started? It's like that guy was sitting in his home one time with this thing. He throws it up on accident. He's laughing or something. It's like tradition. We had a good year. Oh!
It says the more that sticks, the better. Like the better for what?
Yeah, because it's not going to get on anybody. So it's like the more they stick, the better your year's going to be, I think. So in Japan, they send Christmas cards to their family, but the color red is to be avoided because that's the symbol they use to send out for funerals. So it's like Merry Christmas, and they're like, is this Christmas or someone dead? I don't know why I'm doing a Russian accent for Japan, but
So in Canada, apparently they actually recognize the address of Santa Claus, the North Pole, all
in
that.
Canada, it's actually North Pole, Canada.
Oh, yeah. So, and apparently any letters that have that address are actually opened and replied to.
That's pretty cool. So in Finland, they apparently celebrate Christmas in a big way by honoring their relatives who have passed, by decorating their graveyards with candles. So it actually makes apparently, that's the place to be on Christmas if you are in Finland. Because it's beautiful.
Interesting. Beautiful. Sounds beautiful.
Creepy.
Okay, so this is kind of like one we've talked about before. In Iceland, the children leave a shoe on their bedroom windowsill for the 12 days before Christmas, and each night is filled with different sweets and gifts.
You know what? That's what pays to be big. My shoes, there'll be a lot of gifts in there. What? So in England, they have a tradition very similar to ours. I don't know why it's really on this list, but it is. They have their stockings, and like us, you get good. If you've been a good kid, you get gifts and stuff in your stockings. If you're bad, you get a lump of coal. So, yay, England. Copycats. We probably copied it from that.
So in South Africa, this is pretty creepy. They tell a story, like to all their children around that time, of a little boy named Danny who actually stole Santa's Christmas cookies and the grandmother murdered him.
That's horrible.
And he said to haunt homes at Christmas.
So it's like, kids gather around, it's story time. And they're like, oh, Christmas story. And then they're like, so let me tell you about Danny, that's even worse. But let me tell you about Danny. Danny was a good little boy, but he took his grandma's cookies and she killed him.
No, Santa's cookies.
Oh, Santa's fault, but his grandma put him out for him.
Right.
She killed him. Don't steal cookies or he'll haunt you. They're definitely not going to sleep that night. So apparently in the good old US of A, we have a weird tradition I've never heard of. It's not a tradition I celebrate or even knew existed, but it's the Santa crawl. So it is an event where people dress up as Santa and then they do a bar crawl, whatever the heck that is. I don't know what it is, but apparently it's a tradition here in the United States. I've never heard of that. Have you ever heard of it?
I have not.
Never want to. I'm not going to participate. I don't know. If anything, the one I'm going to take is the one where we don't clean on Christmas Eve. That's the tradition I'm taking from this.
Toys and gifts and shoes.
That's good too. I'll take it all. I'll take all the gifts, the good things like that.
Make sure you remember the true meaning of the season, and that's Jesus.
He came, he died, and he rose again to save us. So this Christmas, for this Christmas season, we wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and above all else, we wish you a great relationship as we have another year to grow deeper with our Savior and to remember his sacrifice and birth.
So comment below which ones were your favorite traditions and which ones were a little bit more weird to you.
And as always, guys, if you like the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up if we enjoy it. It helps us know that you like the video. We keep making more like this. If you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, I'm Dan.
And I'm Judah.
God bless.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.